Me and Earl and the Dying Girl is a young adult book published in 2012, and this edition has 295 pages. This will be my contribution to the millions and millions reviews of this book out there already, but nevertheless it's my review with my own thoughts. So I've been aware of this book for a really long time. I heard about it even before I joined BookTube. Everybody talked about it, but it was never the kind of book that I thought I would get around to reading. Although I do occasionally dip into YA, I do avoid high school settings just because I find them a little bit predictable and they're just not my cup of tea. Sometimes they can be quite surprising, but more often than not they tend to be a little bit predictable. But when the opportunity came to read and review this, I thought, why not? I'd seen the movie trailer for the adaptation of this book and thought it looked interesting, so I thought I would give it a go. This book focuses on Greg. He is the main narrator. He is the me of the title. Earl is his best friend, his childhood best friend, and the dying girl in question is a girl called Rachel who he had a kind of relationship with when he was younger, but not really. It was kind of a strange romance that they had going on, kind of. And Rachel has recently been diagnosed with cancer. The slight romance/friendship thing that they had going worried me a little bit. I was quite concerned it was going to turn into another Fault in Our Stars, which I read when it came out and didn't particularly enjoy, but luckily this one focuses a lot more on friendship than it does relationships, and that was something a bit more refreshing and very, very welcome in my opinion, because I didn't want a romance book, and that's not a spoiler because it says so in the movie trailer. So yeah, this was a really, really quick read. I read it in a couple of days, very, very fast paced and easy to read. First of all, as a general overview, I did enjoy it. I thought it was a good YA novel. I think if I read YA a lot I would enjoy this. In the book, Earl and the main character Greg make films. They take films that they have watched and liked and rework the title and refilm it and just make little amateur films. And what I really enjoyed about this book was the whole film thing. A lot of the layout of this book is laid out like that, so some of it will be in normal prose, as many books are, and some of it will be in kind of screenplay format, which I really enjoy. I really like reading plays and screenplays, so the actual format of it was a lot of fun to read for me. The friendship of the three worked really well for me as well. Although I didn't necessarily like them all as individual characters, their actual friendship came across and it did seem very real and very thought through. It didn't seem like forced, which is ironic because the main character is actually forced to make friends with Rachel by his mum, so it could have felt a little bit forced, but I thought it did seem like a natural progression of the relationship. So yeah, I liked the friendship between the three of them. I know some people have said that this book has made them laugh out loud, and it never made me laugh out loud. It barely even kind of got up a I don't know whether that's me being British and not really understanding the American humour in this. I didn't really think of it as funny. I enjoyed some of the sarcasm in this book, but I didn't really find any of it particularly amusing. I mean, it was realistic and typical jokes that a 17-year-old American boy might make, but unfortunately I'm not a 17-year-old American boy, and I didn't really fully appreciate the humour in this. I'm not a prude, but sometimes Earl's humour was a little bit crude. Not to the fact where it was insensitive or gross, but it just seemed like a weird addition. I'm not quite sure why the author decided to put in all the swear words and all the sexual language in here, because I don't think it was necessarily needed. It's like he put it in there to seem cool and trendy, and make, I know how to write teenage boys, just throw loads of swear words in there, and it wasn't necessarily needed. That was just my personal point anyway. It's got some really, really nice passages in it, and some really, really good things about it, but at the same time the humour just fell flat for me, and I don't really feel like I learned anything from it. I feel like if I hadn't have read this book I wouldn't really be any worse off. Sometimes books can teach you lessons and give you morals, and I don't think this really did. It was just something to read in the sunshine in the garden for a couple of hours. I definitely recommend, if you do read a lot of YA and you do like the whole high school stereotypical kind of cliques and jocks sit on this table, nerds sit on this table kind of set picked up, then I think you would enjoy this book, and I am glad I read it so I can know what's going on, and I will definitely be checking the film out when it comes out later in the year. But let me know what you guys thought of it. Have you read it, and what did you think? Let me know in the comments below. As ever, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!